Right, I think we are good, and we are live, and I have informed everyone already. Fantastic. For those of you who are watching before the stream, or after the stream is over, welcome. Today we are going to be continuing our work on the Strange Fish Shop illustration. We got all of the lining done last week, so now we're going to be working on coloring. I'm very excited for this. Just based on the thumbnail I did for this stream, I think the lighting on this is going to turn out really cool. So I guess we'll just get started with doing an undercoat. Where did I put the pen? I put him away in a drawer. Okay. Just need to first figure out where all of our layers are. Just want to make sure I'm drawing on the correct one. Though, granted, I probably just need to be on the lowest layer. I'm thinking quite dark blue to start. Why did we default to that one? That's a fun option. Who decided that? Do I have... Okay, we're good. So, background color. Yeah, we definitely need to turn any of our lining layers into a multiply. Might need to go back in and turn the lines blue. Where are the boxes? Where's the box layer? Where did I hide it? Ah, there it is. There we go. Now we got correct colors. That's fantastic. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is go around changing the colors of the characters' line work, because that's just a touch bit. That is not the correct color scheme we're going for. We want something dark and bluish. Though I could make it interesting and do a green. That could be fun. And then we need to change that into, hold on, deselect that, then we can change that color there. I'm thinking just to follow the theme. Continue with the blue. There we go. That's already setting the mood. And I'm thinking we should probably also lower the blue of the fish tanks. Make those darker. also... There we go. Fantastic! Now everything's in the right tone. I think... for... I think we need to establish the background so we can get our guise of mystery and get the cardboard boxes at the correct color. Soft opacity. Interesting to see how the light changes, how things interact back there. And now we can color the boxes. All the fun stuff. Do I know what's in these boxes? No. Well, not most of them. They just have suspicious stains. Weird things. It's so interesting how saturated the color is can really affect the perception of it. That color looked really bright until I changed its saturation level to be more on the blue side and less on the gray side. I still don't think that's in the correct tone that I want. That's better. I think we'll have some light boxes and some dark boxes. So I'll focus on the darker ones first. Move on to the lighter ones. I think I need to turn off that layer for a second, because I can't see anything. I've been really excited to work on this piece. When I finished streaming back last week, I was tempted to do a Friday stream so we could continue working on this one. But some other things came up. So we just had to wait for the normal amount of time. We are just coloring in stuff. Welcome to the stream. I try to not pay attention too much to the view count itself to keep things fun. So sorry if I didn't see you right away. I hope your guys' day has been going well. Mine's been pretty chill. You guys will be happy to know I'm going to have a new animatic coming out very soon. I've been working very hard, and finally I am almost done with this thing. It's it's 5 minutes long. I don't know if you remember that or if you even were there when I was talking about the length of this video, but I am almost done with him. I'm so excited because I've been Hello! Yes. This is an original. I guess I wouldn't quite characterize this as an OC illustration just because she was designed right when I was drawing this, but she is definitely of my own creation, which probably answers your question. Yes, I will have the animatic out very soon. I'm very excited to finally post that. I'm thinking I'll be able to post it sometime next week. It depends on how long it takes me to finish lining the animatic, but I should be finished with it very soon. I think I need a third color for these boxes. Feels kind of weird to only have two. Have you guys done anything interesting today? No, it's been rather cold lately, at least where in the United States. I'm not sure exactly where everyone lives, but it's been very cold over here. The animatic is a fan animatic of Wildlife, specifically the first episode. I know that's they've been done with the series for like almost a month now, and I've been working on a animatic since their very first episode, if that gives you any idea how long I've been working on this thing. But it's essentially of the Sub 1 Club. So them being just silly, almost dying. They almost died a lot. This might be a bit too dissimilar in color. Might need to change that over. Yeah, Wildlife was really fun. I say was as if I haven't. I've almost finished watching it. I have the episode 8 to watch, but I've been holding off because that's slightly longer of a video. And then I proceeded to watch Impossible Life, like, I don't know, 3-4 episodes at once. So I definitely could have finished off. I could have finished off Wildlife and it would have been fine. But at first I had only committed to the 20-minute long video versus the 50-minute long video. There was intention to get back to things. Don't spoil it for me. I'll trust you. I'll trust your word on it, but don't spoil me. These are really similar in tone, huh? What happens when I Right. Well, that's not fun. I don't necessarily... I could do something on top. It's not ideal. So I could get them similar, more similar in color. Because I don't need them standing out that much. Can't change much. Of course. Thank you, thank you. This is not doing what I want it to do. I don't want the boxes to be the same color, but it seems to not be liking selecting just the darker color. Maybe I need to lower the tolerance? The struggle of color theory. Oh, I just need to lower the tolerance. Fantastic. Excellent. Now we can change things. The thing is, I just needed it to fall into the background a bit more. That's better. Yeah, that's better. We can add tiny details. The entire illustration itself is just made up of tiny details. So most of this will be me zooming in on a small portion while you guys are seeing the full view. And I'm not sure how exciting that is. Maybe I should zoom in the background so you guys can get a better view of what I'm doing. That way it's not like... I'm gonna be focusing on the background for a good bit. So there we go. The artwork is genuinely so pretty so far. I love how much it feels like a real environment but draws attention to the main person in the tanks. Thank you! I was struggling so hard with the perspective last week, so I'm glad that it feels immersive. That was definitely the goal. Idea is to finish it this week, but it's been a little bit since I've done this complicated of an illustration. There's a lot of tiny little things to color in, so we will see how far we get. But I'm thinking we can... I say it's been a little bit as if 2 weeks ago I wasn't finishing up the ice cream shop illustration. Hello again! It's nice to see you. What's my least favorite fish? That is a good question. I don't remember exactly which one of you showed me the goblin shark, but that one was pretty high up there. And least favorite fish. I like how jellyfish look. I don't like how they feel. It's not fun when jellyfish are around in the sense of when you're swimming. That was an interesting vacation. Me and my family went over to the Gulf Shore at one point. It was a couple years ago, I think, and I don't know what exactly happened, but there's a whole bunch of jellyfish that were getting just tossed around in the waves. So all of their tentacles were broken off and practically invisible in the water. So anytime you tried to go swimming, it was a little bit spicy. Like you jump in and go, why is the water spicy? And I was doing my best to just do, because I wanted to swim. So I was doing my best to go swimming. And I was snorkeling. And just a particularly long piece of a tentacle that I didn't see, like, wrapped itself around my arm. And I had, like, quickly shook it off and ran back over to the shore. But yeah, that was not fun. So I'll say actually jellyfish are my least favorite. Visually, they're quite nice. I just don't like to interact with them. I feel like I'm gonna have a whole separate multiply layer. Maybe I could use the one that's already on top of this. Not that we need to overly limit the amount of layers. My computer can handle it, but just so I don't make a mess of my layers panel, probably limit them slightly. Oh, we do need to add the suspicious stains though. What about favorite fish? I think my favorite fish would have to be either either a whale shark, marbled catfish are pretty cute. I like fish with flowing I like the shape language of really fat goldfish that have the fancy tails. There's like a couple. I have a couple fish that I enjoy. Do you guys have favorite fish? Could search them up. Could look at fish together. Hopefully the stream quality keeps up. I was having some slight internet issues earlier, so if anything happens, that it's probably because of that. Look that up. I don't know what those are. I'm intrigued. Neon tetras. Aw, they're little guys. They are pretty cute. I wonder what evolutionary advantage they have to being that color. Because that is quite the vibrant blue. I wonder if... Well, it does say tropical fish. I'm wondering if that's a natural thing or a result of selective breeding for people who want pretty fish. Oh, this is looking ominous. I am so excited for this. This is gonna look so good. I just see them in the shops a lot. Evolutionary advantage of getting caught by humans, I guess. I guess the real question at that point is that an evolutionary advantage? I feel like if animals solely evolved with the idea of being an evolutionary advantage to humans, there would the amount of cute animals we would have would increase. Like we already have some pretty darn cute animals. I think I think there would be a lot more. If you're cute, people are more likely to just want to keep you rather than hunt you. Though, people hunt rabbits, so it's not stopping them that much. Might be a bit too soon to be rendering out the boxes with simple shading, but I'm having a good time. And there's no specific rule saying that I have to color everything first before doing some rendering on the background. I was wondering why the multiply layer was working really effectively at the bottom, then having a smaller effect at the top, and then I remembered I'm using the same multiply layer. Having that big of an effect. Ooh, axolotls are pretty good too. So at one point I had to explain to my family what the heck axolotls were. I don't know if it's like just Gen Z person being on the internet, or if it's a case of me being in the art community that I knew exactly what axolotls were. Then I had to explain to my aunt and my mom. I can't remember if I had to explain it to my dad, but I just had to explain. They tried to write it off as me playing Minecraft. Like, yeah, I play Minecraft, and the axolotls are in that. But my knowledge predates their existence in that game. I already knew about them when they were added. I did not learn of them that way. I have two of them. Ooh. It's probably an art community thing. There was that really murderous axolotl character that was going around for a while. That was pretty dang popular. And I think maybe I potentially learned of its existence that way. That or a Nat Geographic magazine. Either of the two. Right, we need to color this fish creature thing. I don't even know what his colorings are gonna be. He's just a little guy, you know? Just, just, just hanging around. It's so strange. Every time I like pick a color, I feel like I'm picking a pretty dark color and I color onto the page and he looks so light. So then I need to keep darkening him. He is the creature. He is the creature, not a creature, the creature. I mean, there's another creature in here, but that's a different creature. Oh, I could make his fins glow slightly, or at least seem to glow. What a guy. We will see how much the multiply layer hides him. Probably be a good thing, because we don't need him to be up front and center grabbing all of the attention. But I do want him to have some light colored fins, so he is attention grabbing, but not attention holding, hopefully. Do these creatures have names? No, I kind of just doodled them. I could name them Creature 1 and Creature 2, but they might be a little insulted by that. So if you have any name ideas for these guys, feel free to suggest some. Their face kind of reminds me of Octodad. They're not octopus. They're not an octopus at all, but the vibes remind me of Octodad. That would be funny. Should I make his eyes a warm tone? It's a good contrast right there. That's fun. That's a good choice. Yes. Greg was here to relax and have a good time, just chillin', not participate too much in the comment section, just kind of chill out, and then just gets named after the creature, or the creature gets named after him. A multiply layer, and he's just glowing in the background. He might be a bit too attention grabbing, honestly. He's not really falling into the background. That might be an issue. Oh no. Well, I guess I don't know if your professor being missing is an oh no or a heck yeah. guess if they're missing, you can just continue watching longer. There's a creature back there. What's he doing? I don't know. Just having a good time. I just love his dumb little face just peeking out from the box. Like, what are you doing here? I didn't think anyone was scheduled to be back here today. I didn't realize the store was open. I need to go back into my box. The real question is, does this creature originate from the store? Or did he get shipped in? Because he is in a box. So it would not be out of the realm of possibility if he was just shipped into this place. We need to have one pipe that's slightly lighter. And then the one behind the creature can be the same color as this one, because we don't want to have it draw too much attention. I went to the library on Tuesday. That was Tuesday. That was yesterday. I went to the library yesterday, and I got a whole myriad of books. Oh yeah, that's looking cool. I got a whole stack of books. I think I don't know if I actually asked. Yeah, I had asked the librarian if there was a limit to checking out book checkouts. And she said, she looked at my stack of books and went, "Yeah, you're fine." I had like 10 books on me. The limit is 100 items. I don't know who is checking out 100 items from the library, but I don't know. I would be impressed and also kind of scared. So yeah, some of the books I got is I have a whole like different collection of them. I got the ecology book, the tipping point, running home, the Potawatomies, Poto, Poto, um, pretty, maybe Potawatomies. Maybe I'm pronouncing that correctly. Keepers of the Fire, and then What is Relativity? Some light reading. I also got some other books, like the other 4 are graphic novels. If you're wondering why I have such a like broad selection of books, 5 of them are for research for When It Rains. I need that show to be well thought out in research, so I have been doing a lot of research into like what would a zoologist actually be researching? These are things I need to know. And then I want to because of the area, I think it would be really important to include dang it, why can't I think of the name? The dang it, Wobbin. The name will come to me. There's like a specific Native American tribe in the area of Maine that I'm writing the story that I think will be very important into including in the story. So I need to do a lot of research into how I would approach writing them, because I'm not an expert at all on that, so I need to do a bunch of reading for it. And then I drafted myself a letter to whoever I could get in contact with who could give me more information about how they live, or just like things that they wouldn't want to be included in the show versus what they would want to be included. Yeah, I just want to make sure that they're happy with how I write this, because if I'm gonna include them, they need to be included. Ideally, if I were to actually be able to pitch this show and get it accepted, I would want one of them to be on the writing staff with me, so they could just tell me as we're working on stuff what does and does not work, because that's important. Hence all of the books I have, all of the random books, because I want to have that same energy for everything else in my story. Because I absolutely hate it when I'm reading something and it's the smallest detail, but it takes me out of the immersion when they just get a fact wrong about something. Like children's milestones, that is very often not correctly, and very often is the timeline on that not correct. So I want to make sure I limit that feeling as much as possible in my own story. I used to know the dream until I see every part of my eyes are red. Huh? Okay. Yes, I want that to be the energy that is taken out of it, because I don't know, I feel like sometimes when Native Americans are included into media, it's not always well thought out, or they're not contacted about it. So I do intend to email someone at some point, so they could either be like, oh yeah, this is really cool, yeah, totally, I would love to help you out with some of the information gathering. Not all of it, because that's my job, but like some of it, just to make sure that I'm doing it right. Or if they told me, this is a bad idea, Alyssa, why are you doing this? Then I could be like, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, I can either do something better, or I'm not sure exactly how I'd write the story without them, but if they didn't want to be included in it, then that's also important to take into consideration. Yeah, I think that's my biggest issue right now with writing when it rains, is just how much research I need to be doing for it. So I'm kind of stuck with the story at the moment, because it's essentially 3 people's stories mingling together, and with a third of the story requiring a lot of research, the building of the story has slowed down a lot, just because I want to make sure I'm doing it properly. Which makes but I realized one of the things I need to know about is the environment that I'm going to have the other side of the portal be. So if I can design that environment, then I'll have an easier time figuring out what the culture of the people are going to be like living there, because culture is very dependent on environmental factors. So if I can figure out the environment, then I can figure out the people. Hence the ecology book. If you cannot tell, I absolutely adore this story with all of my heart, and I want it to succeed. It's very often in a horrid light or misses the point. I hope your show is able to get picked up and taken far. Thank you. I would really love it if that could happen. I think the most exciting thought about it is having it being able to get it picked up and have other people work on it with me, because that's what turns an idea from being something cool to being something great. Because I have a cool concept, but it's made so much better when other people join in and contribute their own ideas. One of my favorite things to do is story bouncing, so if having just a team of people dedicated to story bouncing when it rains with me, that would be amazing. I would love that so much. Is it going to be an indie animation project? It really depends. I have no idea how I would go about pitching this project, and I feel like I need to do some more personal writing for it before I start pitching it anywhere, so I'm not sure exactly where I want to go with it. But I figured I could at least start building up an audience hence why I've been making streams of When It Rains, because if I can build up an interest in it, it's more likely someone will take interest in it. That's the general thought process around it anyway. Plus, streaming it will give me the incentive to do work on it even if I get busy at times. So I always have at least a guaranteed day in the week just for When It Rains or whatever other project that I have going on for it. I'm not sure I don't think I'll include this illustration in it. This was an idea I was attached to because of a reference photo I had taken a couple months ago and I hadn't had a chance to make an illustration of it yet, but I think most of the time I will be streaming just concept work for When It Rains. I think the next stream will be doing some character designs. And I realized I'm working in an area that you guys can't see. Let me fix that. I was cleaning up some of the line work and the the base coloring around the character so that when I color her, I don't have to keep within the lines that's already been decided. So just cleaning up the character a bit. How much of this do I need to clean up versus can I just color on top? I guess it just depends on how liner heavy I want this illustration to be. Because drawing on top of it means I get rid of the liner. Speaking of indie animation, I am so excited to see what Dana Terrace has been cooking up. I know it'll take a little bit to see it, but I'm so excited to see that project just start coming out. I think that will be, I think it's gonna be such, it's gonna be so cool. Oh, to be working on a project like that. And I guess technically I'm doing a similar thing. It's, like, I'm intrigued. I wonder if it'll, like, speculation on it, if the show Fantasy World seems like it's a construction by the people who are like I'm assuming those two characters are the same thing and she's stuck in a dream world of sorts. I'm trying to just I'm really curious on wondering if she's there deliberately of her own choice. It's probably more along the lines of she's stuck there. I don't know. Because I know she likes playing, because that would sound more like an isekai or like, and I know Dana Terrace likes breaking, like, what's the word for it? She likes defying expectations and tropes. She will like play into them, but then also go around them. Yeah. She likes going around them in a different way than is usually approached. So I think it'll be interesting to see how she twists this trope into something that's more unique than usual. Right, the concept itself is unique. It's been done a couple times, so I'll be highly interested to see how she shakes it up and changes it. Because there's definitely a bunch of media already where character is stuck in a world that they're not really aware of and they're trying to leave. And there's been different iterations where Matrix, no one knows. You have to be told that the outside exists in order to get outside, or at least something outside needs to happen for you to be aware. And then there's others where you get transported into a video game and you're not actually, you know that you're there and you're trying to get out. So I wonder how she's gonna take it. There's enough to really get you thinking about it, but not enough to really know concretely to make a bunch of guesses on what the entirety of the plot is going to be. I'm just excited for it. It makes me wonder what other of my favorite show creators are working on. I know Rebecca Sugar has been working on her music a lot lately. She released an album semi-recently? I'm not sure. Time's weird. Might have been a bit longer than I'm remembering it. But I know she's been working on music. I think she that might be included with shows. Or she might be working on a new project. I don't know. And then Alex Hirsch. I'm highly invested in whatever project that man starts up next. I don't know what project he's working on at the moment. He was probably very busy with that book, so that was probably what he was working on for a while. But I'm just highly intrigued in the work of these people. You're right. That is a good teaser, because I don't know if it's just been a recent thing or if this has just been a thing that's happened a lot with shows or teasers. They give you too much information and you can guess a lot of their plot from them. So in that way, yes, it is a very good teaser. I guess maybe I'm just sad because I have to wait. I'm only sad because I have to wait in the sense that I'm so excited to see it, not in the fact that I have to wait, because I know things take time. So I'd rather wait for it so that it looks good and it's done well. But I just want to see it. Okay, I think that's cleaned up enough that we can do something else. I feel like I think the flooring is going to be concrete, polished concrete. So I think it needs to be lighter. I think we'll use a pastel brush. Darken a bit over here. I'm gonna do my best to keep this looking gritty. This looking green-ish, maybe? Gonna add some scuffy stains on the edges. Other lighting would probably be a coppery color. Would it be like a bright blue? I'm not sure. I don't know if it would be like a grungy yellow or orangey color. All I know is that there's staining. That's a bit too dark. we can add some cracking along the ground. Some superficial stuff. That way the floor looks busy without taking up too much attention. That's pretty good. Smudge that. Trying to make it look like her shadow underneath feet. And then highlighting. Trying to think if I've done anything else exciting this week at all. Accidentally turned off my tablet. So if you heard doo-doo sounds, doo-doo, that was my tablet turning off and then turning back on again. Did I do anything else exciting? Hi, hello. I'm doing pretty good. Currently working on this illustration for... Oh, I was drawing on a That makes a lot more sense. I felt like I wasn't doing anything there for a second. I'm doing pretty good. What? The fish are dying? No! I would never! They're completely alive. Nothing's wrong with these fish. I hope your day's going well. Question, would the puddle be darker or lighter then? Sometimes puddles really depend. I mean, there is a fish on the floor, but is he dead? He might not be. He might not be dead. I think I need to look up a reference photo of a... I think would make it look darker. Probably? I think the puddle would be darker. Puddles on concrete. Yeah, I think it'll just make it look darker. With some highlights if there's any light source. It's ultimately just a reflection of what's around, so I think I'll draw in the reflection afterwards, so I think I'll just give it a dark undertone and then we can add the reflections from the light around it. Yeah, that looked good. Not dead, dying. He's not dying. He's simply practicing. He's simply practicing his breaths. That's all. Breath control is really important as a fish. I'm sure. Technically, yes, it is my OC. I don't really have a name for her, and she was invented for the sole purpose of this illustration. So I'm not sure if she'll be a reoccurring character at all, but technically, yes, she is an OC. Puddle on the floor. Can't forget about the octopus either. He's also on the floor, escaping. There's a lot of octopus trying to escape this shop. They don't like being contained. Does she have the way? Does she have lore? The moment, but if you have lore for her, I was kind of imagining for her that she kind of wandered in here, and it's intriguing. She's not really supposed to be in this side of the shop. It's all run down. There's a lot of boxes around, and I think this would be like maybe where they're keeping their stock of fish or something. It's a little bit of an unusual store. She kind of wandered in here, and I don't think she was quite prepared for that. If she has any Bieber lore, I haven't come up with any yet. Though, could be fun to add her into When It Rains. I do need to start coming up with background characters and just minor characters for the story. So it wouldn't be a bad idea if I included her in. A strong desire for ocean life. She's definitely intrigued, that is for sure. Would be interesting if there's some sort of siren-like call to visit this obviously run-down and suspicious fish shop. Be an interesting add to the lore of this shop. I feel like most of the lore would come from the shop itself, maybe not her necessarily as a visitor. Because you gotta admit, any place that has weird creatures hiding out in the boxes, it's not quite the... Yeah, she's just hearing some strange sound in the background. She feels the insatiable urge to visit. I mean, she is looking at a many-eyed fish. They could be what's calling her. I'm thinking this octopus should be in the red tones. I think that's going to be the color scheme, blue and red, with some oranges mixed in. I did not color enough of this puddle. I'll need to go back and fix that. What was the original puddle color? Because this is a multiply layer. There we go. No incomplete puddles for this octopus. Slightly brighter eye, but I don't want it to be too bright because I don't want it to take too much attention. There he is, just on the ground, having a time. Is it a good time? Maybe. I'm not quite sure. I'm not in the head of an octopus who's escaped his cage. You're good. An octoboy. He is an octoboy. Just traveling around. I pity the poor worker who has to try and catch him and put him back. Mostly because I don't think it'll work. I think he'll leave immediately of whatever container that he's probably supposed to be in. Now thinking about it, I did a small bit of searching last week, and from the impression I got, it was quite difficult to keep an octopus in its aquarium. Octopus containment difficulty. Octopuses are problem solvers, mischief makers, and notorious escape artists. They also appear to have a rich inner life. So what is it like to be an octopus? I won't dig too much more into that, because then I think we'll go down a rabbit hole, but... Oh, to be an octopus. I think I'm gonna have a heck of a time coloring in all these individual fish. Color shall I color you? Whom shall you be? I think I'll need to color them a little bit darker. You're stuck doing. I've seen a clip of an octopus escaping their bowl and fighting a human. The human was trying to pick the octopus up. It was pretty funny. Yeah. I've seen a similar video, but it was more along the lines of the human was trying to eat the octopus, and then the octopus was, you know, not wanting that. So then fought the person, and the person seemed a little perturbed that their meal was fighting them. Which I think that's what they get for trying to eat an octopus alive. That does not seem like the meal you'd want to eat alive. Just my personal opinion, but that they're a little bit for that. Yeah, it was nice having you stop by. You were very engaged. I have a good rest of whatever you... Good... I'm not saying that correctly. Have a good rest of your day. Oh, striking. Are you having a time? Are you having just the loveliest of times? Question is, do I want all of these fish to be red? Only some of the fish. I'm not gonna kill you, we've discussed this already. It's too far, it's too difficult. See, that's like bad and all, but I think it would be worse if she made you, if she then proceeded, or he, I'm not sure what your teacher is, but if you had to listen back to it, that would not be fun, I don't think. Your poor fish tanks are working so hard. Your iPhone only wants to listen to the sound of the fish. Oh no, she'll force you to listen to it in class? That's evil. There's nothing worse than listening to yourself when you don't want to. Excuse me. I'm trying to decide if I should color all of the fish equally, or if I should like background fish, and some of them like in character fish. Oh, this place is looking so grungy. It is perfect. How are you cheating at singing? How does one achieve that? Is it like you're using auto-tune? Is that what you're doing? Is that how you're so-called cheating? Have it playing in my ear. I don't think that's cheating. I think even professional No, I think even professional musician like professional singers will do that. That's like why you have Well, yeah. I I think I think they do that cuz I don't know, anytime I see a music video where they're recording, they always have their headphones on, so I feel like they're doing something with that. It's cheating because we are less ring pitch. What does that mean? Or are you supposed to be practicing pitch by ear? Ah, learning. I see. I mean, if it's not something you want to be doing, the class ultimately is for your benefit. So you're doing what you want to be doing or what you feel to be important to be learning to do. So if you don't find it important to be learning to sing by ear, though it might be helpful. Though you have pretty good pitch with your trumpet. So I don't think that's necessarily the problem. It's just making the note, right? It's helping you, and it's quickening along the process. I don't think it's the most terrible thing to be doing. Certainly other ways you could be cheating. Like hiring someone to do your homework for you. That's not I'm cheating because she gave us ah. I take it I take it your classes are hitting you hard then, Corbin? Just kicking you in the butt a bit. I get the feeling you don't like singing all that much. Just, the vibe I'm getting. I think what we're gonna do for the fish is give them some distinct colors, but depending on how close they are to the camera, also make sure they aren't sticking out too much. I need to erase some of the tank lines. Some of these fish. are being... They're not in the tank, they're behind the tank. So I need to fix that. I don't make that much ad revenue on my streams, so you don't need to do that if you don't want to. The streams are not to make money, the streams are to entertain the people and engage with them and have conversations. That's why I have the streams. Though I get the feeling you did not hear any of that because you were stuck in an ad. Get the feeling I am not going to be finishing this illustration today because there is a lot of details. So unless I want to stay up until 12 again on this on this stream. Alright, have fun recording. So I want to be... I think there's going to be a lot of details I'll need to keep up with. There's a lot of fish to color in. These... I'm so excited to have this be a finished illustration. It's already looking so cool. It's gonna be so good when I finish it. I'm just excited for it. I really love this composition. He thinks the bottom fish is too bright. You are not matching the tone of the piece. That's better. Can you add Lucy to a fish tank? I do have a giant... I have a giant lobster in one of them. He could be blue. I'll make him blue for you. He's just a fat, well, he's not little. He's just a little guy. Lobster in a fish tank, what you gonna do? I was reading about relativity. I got some good information on black holes that, like, it made a lot of sense when I actually learned about it. Like, I think most people assume that if a black hole was to suddenly just appear in our solar system in place of our sun, like our sun just turned into a black hole, you would assume, oh, the black hole is gonna just like the Earth's going to be sucked into the black hole. Oh no. But it wouldn't be. Because if our sun was to turn into a black hole, it would still have the same amount of mass. It would just be more compressed. Nothing really changed. It's just smaller now. And weird things happen when things are smaller and gravity's more condensed. But since we're not changing our distance, the only thing that would change with the Earth is just life on it. Life on it would die because we no longer have heat from the sun. But we wouldn't be sucked into the black hole. And even if we were to be approaching the black hole, we wouldn't be sucked in, we would fall into it because it's gravity. It's not a vacuum. I thought that was fun. That's as far as I got into the book so far, so I can't tell you too much more. Oh, wait. Time is weird. Time is weird near gravity, and that was fun. Fun concept idea because, well, it's not idea. It is a thing. But I was just thinking about it in the sense of, well, what if in like a science fiction way, the reason why, I think I need that darker. The reason why there's some races, like alien races, that were longer living is not because they have a longer lifespan. It's because their planet just has more gravity and is located in an area where time just genuinely passes by slower for them than it would for us. So if you as a human were to go onto that planet, you would also experience time in the same length that they would. I thought that was an interesting concept. That would certainly be a way to approach how different, like one way you could approach long living races. Not the only way, but could be an interesting solution. To think if there's any other interesting thing about the book. I just haven't made my way like very far into it because I was doing essentially I just read through the first 20 books. The first 20 pages of the books that I picked up. I read the first 20 pages to get an idea if I would be interested in continuing reading them, and if it'd be worth taking them home with me. So I'll have to do more reading into that one before I can talk more about it. Chill time with the fish. I like this little guy who's just peeking out. I think he's cute. I need two. There we go. Their eyes needed to be a bit darker. There's just so many of them in this fish tank. I'm trying to decide if they were put in the tank at this size. Probably. Because I'm pretty sure not only do goldfish adapt to the tank that they're in, they also adapt to the amount of fish that are in the tank. There's just too many fish in that tank. The PlayStation app. Really? I have to get another app? I don't even have a PlayStation. Too bad you can't have Discord on your PlayStation. Not sure exactly how it would work, but too bad. I got these little noodle guys in here. I think they're pretty neat. Do I know why they sit like this? I do not. I can't even remember if I made this fish up or if I saw a picture of it. Wiggly guys pretending to be grass. Yeah, that's the problem when streaming for reliable audio with another person. They need a PlayStation party. Dang. How rude. Thinking how this is looking so far. How long have we been streaming for? Only an hour and a half? Could go for, I think, at least another 40 minutes? Let's color the character. I think she needs a little bit more turd. This. Oh, I want to color her. What shall your color scheme be? That's not a fun color. That should be socks instead of skin. She's just gonna be staring at this fish. Don't get hypnotized. Don't buy something if you can't afford him. I think she's gonna walk out of this store with a fish that she probably shouldn't be owning. I don't know how she would manage it. I think she needs to be careful. Amazing. Working so dark just makes any of the colors that I pick look automatically lighter. I keep having to pick darker than I initially assume. Just because the surrounding colors are so dark. Makes my chosen color look light in comparison. I think her hair needs to be darker. Mayhaps. At least with a bit more hue to it. Maybe less? Love color theory. This has been an amazing watch. Love the art so far and excited to see what's finished. Gotta disappear. Oh, have a good rest of your night or day. I don't know what time zone you're in, so have a good rest of whatever day you have left. That sounds ominous. Have a good rest of your day. That's better. That's more in line with the color I want. I think I'll also, just for simplicity's sake, pair her hair and her jeans. So the two will be the same color. I should probably switch it up. I can have the bag and the boots be the same color. There we go. We're winning. Amazing how this is giving red. Well, not like red, but the tone of it's giving more red than purple, despite me very firmly being in the purple territory. No. Color for sweater. I think it definitely should be something on the lighter side. I think I need to change the color of the fish a bit. I think they're leaning too far. just need him to look a little bit more. Maybe it was just, I think it was just the red that was messing with me. He was giving the vibes that he wasn't underwater, and that's not what I wanted. Something about these are feeling empty to me. I'm not sure exactly why. Perhaps it's because I don't have variations with the colors. If we color the top of these, maybe I'll help fill up the space more and make it feel a little bit more full. Perhaps. Not sure if it's helping or not, but it can't hurt. I think it helps a bit. Now I'm playing the trumpet. Good, excellent. Well, maybe not excellent. It's only 9 for you. Guess it's not the worst time to be playing the trumpet. You could play it at 12 a.m. and then you'd be making friends and influencing people. Looking a lot more desaturated than I think I was initially thinking it was going to look. Maybe if I had something on the very top layer. Oh, that's interesting. I think I'm gonna keep that, because I like that. I was getting a lot of purpley tones with this one, I didn't realize. And I like the tone that's giving. Okay, we'll keep that in mind for later. The stream is going out? That is interesting. Is anyone else having this issue? Because I have been having slight internet issues, and that might be the case, because earlier today it was occasionally skipping out. Like, it would turn off and then turn back on again. And nothing of my internet search was like being interrupted, because it would come back into focus just as quickly, but that could be what's happening. Is anyone else having streaming issues? Because if that is the case, I might end a little bit earlier, because I don't necessarily want to give people a bad viewing experience. problem's fixed though. Though I do, now that I'm like paying attention to the actual stream view, I think it's a little bit more delayed than usual. That's interesting. Well, I'm gonna continue trucking along, and if anyone else is having issues, just let me know. As much as it would suck for you to be having a bad internet time, it would make my life a little bit easier if it was just your stream. If it was just on your end. I keep getting ads in oh, they might have let me look at the settings because I changed my monetization. Yeah, they just keep changing yeah, I changed the frequency, so hopefully it should be less now. I tried to set it as conservative to begin with, but they keep resetting it to balanced because they like that. Hopefully it should be less now. Reference photo. What color were these? What color were these? Was the shelving? It was light. It was pretty light. Lighter than the floor. Okay. I don't know what color I want to make her shirt. White is pretty eye-catching. Might be a bit too much. Is that straight white or is that... No, that's not straight white, that's blue. I forgot I had her other hand there. I'll need to fix that. I need to go back in. Make sure I color that bit. I lined her other hand. Been playing Super Mario Odyssey recently. I beat the game, finally. I've had the game for a while, so it's nice to finish it. Now I've been messing around in Balloon World. That's fun. I wouldn't say I'm the best hider of balloons. I would say I'm pretty decent at it. I give people maybe not the hardest challenge, but it's something to intrigue. I do wonder what happened once I fill up the bar again for Power Moons. Oh, fun! New song. It's short. It's not crazy impossible. What are you... I feel like I missed something here. Did you respond to something I said with... How did you get there? I don't know why... I don't want to know where you got the practice for that. It would be nice to finish the illustration today, but I might need to do that next week. There's a lot going on in this illustration. If I take my time with it, it will turn out better. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna find a shirt color for her, color the caution sign, and then I think I'll call it for the night. Okay. What shirt color shall I give you? Maybe just a light blue? Like a highly pigmented blue? Would that have her blending in too much with the background? Yeah, that's blending too much in the background. I could continue with the red theme. This color is kind of giving me green vibes, not gonna lie. I might actually need to go very, like, I might need to go back to that white color. Maybe a touch. Because I think what I liked about it was how... Because everything else around this character, there's a lot of detail and there's a lot going on. So I think having the white was good, because that gave a point of blankness to focus on with the character that you didn't get from so I think that's good. And we'll just color in the back straps. Give her a different sock color. Boots without the socks are kind of cursed. I could make them striped just to give a little bit of quirkiness to them. Burger though. There we go. It's fun. And then the caution sign. Where is the line art for the caution sign? Okay, it's right there. I also need to color the octopus in this layer just because I want to be able to I want him to be on top of the cabinets. Currently he's technically behind, so his tentacles aren't showing up on the side. So I need to use this layer to color in his tentacles. I had an idea at one point where I was curious if you could, like with color theory, you can make something that looks like we're very firmly in green right now. But we're very firmly in green right now, but this color looks yellow. I think it's half from the perception of what the color is supposed to be, and then also just the color looks yellow in this lighting. I'm curious. I'm curious if we could, if someone who's colorblind, you could trick their mind into seeing a color that they technically can't see. But then also there's the other concern where because they're colorblind, they've most likely have not seen that color before, so even if you did technically trick them into seeing it, they wouldn't necessarily recognize it as the color that you're wanting them to see. But if they ever really did figure out what the color looked like, could they technically see the color as I don't know. It was a thought I had. I didn't know if it would work or not, but it'd be kind of cool if you could trick the brain into seeing a color it shouldn't technically be able to see. Because the eyes are having their moment. Thinking about it, how does... Because there's a pair of glasses that supposedly allow people who are colorblind to see a full spectrum of color that they wouldn't normally be able to. How do those work? The glasses are a scam? I think I need to look into that. Because that would make sense. Because I wasn't quite sure exactly how those glasses worked. Because it's a cone issue, and it wouldn't be... It wouldn't be the same as correcting, like, a vision impairment. It looks like, from what people are saying, it depends on the severity of the color blindness, and then also it's not making someone see a color they can't technically see, it's increasing the saturation of other colors to make them more vibrant. So it's not necessarily fixing a problem, it's just essentially making colors more vibrant for everything. Interesting. Alright, I think I'm going to leave the illustration here and finish it up next week for our next stream. Because I am a little bit tired and it's starting to get late. So we will continue working on this next week, and I can't wait to for you, if you guys can join again, that would be lovely. I hope everyone has a good rest of their night, and I'll see you later. Yes, it was fun. Well, have a good rest of your night. Bye.